No update on him. He was day to day, so he is okay. It's just day to day.
How do you plan to address the goaltending tonight?
That is, believe that Craig will play, and we'll see how that goes. So it's all about getting ready. So however many minutes guys need, we'll let them do that. But we'll have him in and Upi backing up tonight.
Is this game about as close as you'll have to a dress rehearsal, I guess, say so to speak, just with the lineup and everything?
I think that these two games are, because we went down to the numbers we did with a focus on practice in the last two games in the course of a lot of days. Yeah, I mean, this is, a good look at what we have. As far as, you mentioned rehearsal, everything's a progression. I mean, we just know that from game one we have to get better in game two when the season starts and better in game three. So, I'm not going to put too much, get too far ahead of ourselves, and we are preparing for a season along with, obviously the home opener.
When you talk to Kevin and with your roster construction, as a coach or when you guys talk, would you rather see 2 extra forwards and 1 extra D, or 2 extra D and 1 extra forward?
Well, I think that is completely contingent upon is there, the extra forward versus the extra D. You're comparing those two, depth-wise. But typically, you have extra forwards. You need extra forwards. They there's a little bit more grind and probably more injuries there, I would say. So because of that, you lean that way, but it's going to come down to personnel decision. I think anytime you have that one last spot, if you're getting down to the one final spot, you're measuring, what's more effective for you, both of a player and a situation. Like I said, if more injuries and whatever's your injury status, if a guy's nicked up or, playing already below 100%, you'd factor those things in at that time when you had to make that decision, which is a few days from now.
Does waivers make it harder now? I mean, you can't just send Bryson or Fitzgerald or anybody now. You basically have to put them on waivers. I mean,
yeah,
it has to enter into your decisions.
And well, you got a number of guys that don't need waivers that could go down, so they could, and so you have to look at all of it. Obviously, we don't have to make those decisions yet. We have 2 more games preseason, but certainly we're thinking about it. Will it come down to that? It could, but my mind isn't even concerned with that at this point. That'll work its way out. When I look at our roster, way more focus to getting better every day. I mentioned that we have guys that could go on waivers or don't need waivers. We have a lot of young guys, and we need to get this team, continue that focus that I've said at the outset of just getting better, and that's most important right now. I think our entire team is young from the standpoint of NHL experience, and we'll just keep pushing with that initiative of getting better every day.
It seems like Owen's debut was just so long ago, and I know it's his first Sabres camp, but he also is a step ahead of these rookies, even just relationship-wise with a lot of guys on the team. Where have you seen his confidence grow, obviously, as we're down to single practices and the pace is picking up?
Yeah, I mean, it's tricky because confidence is, it's a lot of guys, when a season started, makes me think of why I lost my confidence. Well, you haven't had your confidence until you start playing games. To have confidence in a training camp and, early season is much different for the whole team and everybody. Once the puck drops in a regular season, you're starting at zero. So I do like, I think Owen is a very intelligent guy. He's an intuitive guy, and he's a worker. And, he took the games he had last season and came into camp, gaining that experience, and targeted and has worked with a real sense of objective. He's trying to figure out what we ask, how we play, how to integrate within the group we have, and I think he's done a great job with that.
Thanks.
Have a good day.